Hey everyone, today I'll be redoing my top 30 characters. Skins in games since the last one I did is outdated. Before I start, I want to say a couple things, like one. This is just my opinion. I know people will disagree, but you can make your own video of your own list. 2. This list doesn't include Sifa, Mariah, or Prom Raven. They're too new and I haven't used them much. 4. This is an overall best list. A lot of you guys would probably rank some people higher just because they can end people easily. However, I think there's more to that, like health, shield. Whether that character can spam, get out of other people's combos, etc. Also, some telekinesis players will probably be a bit lower, since they are only really good for 1v1s and they can't fight in the middle or have AO attacks. 4. These are opinions. As someone who plays on mobile iPad, some characters are easier to use on PC, but I don't play on there. First, let's get through some honorable mentions. Danny, he's good but gets targeted when using F. And C in the middle cause the abilities take a while. Y2K Raven. She's good to just didn't make it on my list, but if you're on laptop, she's probably a lot better. Last honorable mention, Nikki. She's really good actually, and I love playing as her in private servers. But her problem is more about being targeted and her accidentally damaging the wrong person since it has a wide range. Also, while using R, you have people stealing your kills or bubbling you. Her F is another reason she gets targeted, but she's honestly really good to bad she's targeted. Onto the actual top 30. 30. Casual Agatha. 1 slot, unavailable for purchase. I think she's really underrated. Her abilities do a lot of damage and they have really low cooldowns. People mainly use her in 1v1s, but she's also good fighting in the middle. She is difficult to kill since her X is spammable, has a really low cooldown, does a lot of damage, and heals her a lot. Bad things about her is her X and R don't stun, so you have to be good at spamming, but you can end people just by using X, since she can't die easily. 29. WandaVision skin. Cost around 1.6 to 2.1k Robux. In my opinion, she's great. Her abilities do a lot of damage. She has a spam option that breaks shields and health is high. She isn't higher on the list because she is not somebody that can fight in the middle, and her X kinda has a long cooldown. She's great, but other people on this list are better. 28. Flora. Cost, unavailable. She was a code. I originally had Flora a bit higher, but another thing with my list is that people can switch around a bit. Like if you think she's better than the next to, then that's fine. But anyways, Flora is really good. Her Z and F can end anyone, but sometimes it's a bit difficult to use them together properly. But her X and alt do a lot of damage too. Her R and C are great to spam and against multiple people. Her shield and health are good. And her resurrection and godded form are little extra good things about her. Not really anything bad to say about her, so moving on. 27. Zatanna. Cost 2.4k Robux, multiple slots. Zatanna has a great ability set, multiple spam options, AO attacks, healing spell, and an insta-kill. What makes her on the lower side of this list is that her cooldowns are on the longer side. Her shield is really weak, and her combo is sometimes easy to outspam. But overall, she's great, and one of the more better balanced characters of the game. I don't think she needs to be buffed since her skins are, but maybe just her shield. Next. 26. Starlight, unavailable, 1 slot. Starlight, since she got buffed, is back to being a great skin. She is back to being able to combo mostly everyone. She is not super strong, but she is good, and her shield, R, and X heal her so she isn't the most easy to kill. Plus she has 600 health. Her bolts do a lot of damage and knock someone back. Her Z has a wide range and does good damage, and her spell comes in handy. She could still be buffed like her X in damage, but she's still great. 27. FF Sue. Cost 1.8 to 2.1k Robux. Goes on and off sale. 2 slots. I had FF Sue much higher on the list last time, but she's lower now. That's so many people have a lot of health and she needs her ult to end someone. Unless they're low, I guess. She is great for not dying since she is invisible. So you can't see her most of the time. Her F is fully invisible unlike the rest of the skins. She has 600 health. Her flight has an automatic shield. And her X and flight are good for spamming. Her ult is great too, it's an insta-kill under 95%. But you have to be really close to use it and sometimes it's kinda easy to outspam. But you can still try to use it. And I think most people will die to it. When someone says she's bad, I just assume it's the player that's bad. And hasn't really tried to use her. She was my main for a while and I still use her often. Y'all just want everyone to be super easy and up. She's great. Next. 24. Goddess Storm goes on and off sale for 4 million coins. 1 slot. Goddess Storm is honestly really good. She can end people really easily. I feel like now we're getting up to the really good characters. She can two-shot anyone and her ult does so much damage. Her Z and X have short cooldowns. But the bad things about her are that her shield is bad. You can spam her ult like I did here, but it's not always the easiest to outspam with. It's a little slow. She is also godded while using her ult. But it has a bit of a long cooldown, which I think is fine. But also stopping her from being higher on the list. Next. 23. Star Sapphire. Cost 1.5 million. 1 slot. Not much to say, she is great, nothing really bad about her. Great shield, abilities, spam options. Next. 22. Magneto. Cost 1 million. 1 slot. Unpopular opinion to have him above Star Sapphire, but I just like him more. And have had a better experience being him. His R shards and ult is an easier combo than Star's. And his trained does more damage. His ult is an insta-kill under like 80%, and his shards make it. So they can't use an ability for a bit. He's great and a little underrated. Next. 21. Water Fairy. Unavailable. Probably unpopular opinion to not have her higher. But in my opinion, she sucks when it comes to defending herself and getting out of a combo. She doesn't have good spam options and she's easy to kill. She is really only great if she attacks first. But yes, if she grabs you, you're most likely going to die. Especially if she uses R and F together. She is really strong, but if someone attacks her first, it's difficult for her to not die. Her Z and X work from afar. Her ult works on groups of people. R can pretty much kill most people. She is powerful, but it also takes a while for her to kill one person. Her shield is okay and she can't really fight in the middle. So for all those reasons, she's not higher on my list. But yes, she is really good for ending people and great in 1v1s. Well, that's all for this part of my list. Also forgot to mention earlier, but Dark Phoenix's new ult is not included in me making my list. It's too new and is still being changed around. See you, like, and subscribe, bye.